They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold from the gun. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Big hold of the 30. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. 31 yards there and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Looking deep for Hilton. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Newton. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hines. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
50 seconds to Mike. Rip right, rip right.
To throw is Newton. Funches has it complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Jets.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Strong line. Strong line. Come on.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, one set. Check.
From the gun, here's Newton. Looking deep for Hilton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
At the Colts 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
First down, Jets.
Rush in.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
50, Mike's 50. Crunch time, defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Mike, 50. Watch the run. Switch.
Third and 2, Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead now, they're not close to the first down.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come out in the pistol. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the catch made by Hilton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on third down. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down.
The Colts on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
20. Check 24. Check 24.
Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To the air again, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
From the gun, Newton, complete to Hilton. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's another Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd and 10, Newton looking. That's caught inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
But we spend a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch time, watch time.
Newton now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Newton into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
58, boy, 58, 58. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, Will.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Looking for Campbell downfield. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Kill 20. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Newton now to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Newton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Drop deep. Ready. Come on, switch it. Hey, exit.
Darnold down to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Darnold on first down. He's got Smith here. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jets.
Darnold now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Darnold. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Darnold from the gun. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that's going to tie things at 20. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Bound to lose one. Great. Check 15. You go tight. Hey! You got tight right there.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Check 9.
Play action. It's Newton. Campbell making the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
That's another first down. 1st and 10.
Newton now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run again with Hines. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, here's Newton. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. And the Jets have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards.
And the Jets first down.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, but they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Newton on first down. Funches has it complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You're running.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. This a give to Mack running to the right, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 1. Looking to run with Mack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Delta.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw again on second down. Newton, catch made here by Campbell. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now it's Newton. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Newton. And he's got his man Hilton. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This will be fielded at the 6. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Prater on to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Shoot.
Now Newton. That's into the hands of Pascal. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
On 1st down, Hines. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check right.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. One last throw now for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Indianapolis, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.